Trump is pushing to institutionalize homeless people. That may include veterans. Like, I mean,
Right. It's dude, free slaves.
yeah.
Not
I
like
mean,
not
there
like
there
the
was
slaves are free. It's like it is
yeah,
free to obtain more slaves.
right. Like
Because when you institutionalize them, aka put them in a prison, and
hmm,
the slavery, for anybody that missed the fucking um I believe it was it the 13th Amendment.
yeah,
It was yeah.
the very big caveat.
Slavery is legal,
Yeah.
yeah, if with prisoners. So
Hmm.
if you criminalize homelessness and then shove all those homeless people into prisons, then that's just free slaves.
Yep.
And what better way to
Same with
create more
migrants.
slaves than related to our earlier piece is to make it impossible for people to get homes, and so that they then become homeless and then are inherently criminalized and therefore turned into slaves. This is like a that's how you feed the machine, baby.
Right. More than 30,000 U.S. military veterans are homeless, according to the latest government data from an annual one night point in time count. Hmm. That number is down significantly in the past decade, which most experts credit to a straightforward combination of robust funding and philosophy based on offering housing without prerequisites, called housing first. Yeah, housing first. That is a good thing. Can we get that for
Right.
everyone, please? We all need housing. Everyone needs a house or a place to live. You know what I mean? Like, come on. While the Trump administration has promised new housing for vets, President Trump also signed an executive order last year titled Ending Crime and Disorder on America's Streets, which leans heavily toward institutionalizing homeless people against their will. This winter, NPR obtained slides describing a proposed VA plan called Safe Harbor, which would include veterans in that shift to that include veterans in that to shift to involuntary treatment. Wow. Okay, that's wild. So they want to take them off of the what? Jesus. Then in March, the VA put out a memorandum of understanding with the Justice Department about state court guardianship for veterans. Wow, that's fucking horrific shit.
So you're a ward of the state now.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. So it really sucks. I gotta say that you have to throw in like the word veteran to into something to make it like appeal to certain people. Like just being human beings out on the street isn't enough. It has to be like the beloved honored veterans. You know what I mean? Like I get it, but at the same time, like I don't get it. You know what I mean about that?
Well, like the other thing to acknowledge is like, do you know how many people that are veterans, um, are veterans because they were so economically strapped that the only path out of their poverty was to join the military.
Yeah.
And no real, it's not like they were invested in whatever mission the United States, whatever fucking crazy
Whatever they were told to do. Yeah.
colonialist mission the United States was on. It's that they needed to get an education and they couldn't afford it. So the easiest way to do that was to join the military. They needed a way out, and that's the thing. Is so it's like it's like these are poor people that you then send into war zones.
Yep.
So it's like double fucked up. You know what I mean? Like I mean that's the way I look at it. You know what I mean? It's like, and I really like look like I I'm very forgiving when it comes to like the concept of vets in that sense. Like I think like it's like, dude, like these are this because of that exact dynamic that I just described, right? Those
Yeah.
are like a vast majority of veterans. It's like that's the only path that they have to get to a place that they want to go. There's like we have socialism for military members.
Right. Like, oh, they'll pay for
100%.
my college and I'll get a sign-on
100%.
bonus and I'll be able to, like
Right.
right out of high school, I can
Right.
kickstart my
Right. You
life
want to
and get all
criticize
this. Yeah.
socialism, like then you criticize the military 100%. So like, what are we doing? This is sort of the weird crosstalk that happens here. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't blame anybody for identifying one of the only socialist institutions in the country and saying I want to join that because I'm fucked and this is the only way out for me. You
Right.
know what I mean? At least as if you're talking about like just sort of the economic repercussions and the opportunity like paths that you are able to access by joining the military, as long as you don't die in the process,
Yeah.
is far greater than that which any other American has. That's just true.
Yep. But like, I mean, like overall, you kind of get what I was getting at. I understand and I totally get all that stuff, but at the same, like,
No,
you know
but
what I mean? Like the
yes, I
way
do
that you
understand
have
what
to
you're
like
saying. It's
trigger
not good to
people into
tokenize them.
caring.
You know what
Like
I
you
mean?
have to be like, oh, well, support our troops. Yes, I veterans. What good? Yes. It's like, dude, it's like there are like a lot of people that like aren't veterans that are in a tough position to like in the same kind of way too. You know what I mean? And it's just like weird
Yeah,
that like you have to say
absolutely.
like no military stuff like and then to make people like wake up and be like, oh, this is actually bad, because like everyone else it's just like, oh, you just made bad life choices and you're just a scumbag, like who cares, I step over you, you know what I mean, like type deal.
Right. Right. No,
It's like
exactly. Exactly. No, I know exactly what you're saying. It's problematic on so many levels. You know what I mean? Like there's so many issues with that that you have to leverage it in order to get like the crazy fascist right people to entertain the headline. You know what I mean? It's kind of clickbaity. So
yeah,
then you're getting into the whole problem of like, sensationalization just for the, to get scraps of ad revenue or donations or whatever. There's so many problems with that. You know what I mean? You're
yeah,
you're you're leveraging the status of veterans, like as like you're reaffirming some sort of like grandiose image that people have in their minds of what a veteran is, even though like organizations like Veterans for Peace exist, where there's people that went to war and then experienced just the absolute horrors of watching their friends die in front of them
right,
and then realize that they didn't agree at all with the mission of what they were sent to do and then come out and become incredible activists. Think about the amount of Vietnam War vets that were like that came back and were like, dude, I'm fucking staunchly anti-war. And I'm so
right,
messed up because of my PTSD that all I can do is fucking sit in the woods and smoke weed all day.
yeah,
Like, dude, like that sucks. And we did that to those people.
right. Another comment said
And you could avoid all of that if you just take those that you if you de-emphasize investing into like the defense apparatus, the military apparatus, which just fuels these forever wars around the globe, and you take that money and you instead create the socialism that the veterans get, right? The service members get, and you just make that ubiquitous for all the people in the country. Why is that hard?
right.
Like we have so many socialist programs that like work purely like they just they there's
It's
so much
corporate
evidence
subsidies.
they
There's
work.
plenty of money around for that, like for, giving out
Yeah.
to companies that don't need it.